Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, Monday, Monday.
Happy chocolate day
Root
to
chocolate
you
day.
and me.
Welcome, everyone, to 5D Full Disclosure. Heaven on Earth.
Walk like an Egyptian.
We are the First Contact Ground Crew team.
Yeah.
Welcome to the morning Ascension gathering. My name is Buddha.
I'm Jeri-Lee.
And we love you. Thank you for joining us today. Hallelujah.
Happy birthday, Rora!
Happy birthday!
31 today. What a chickadee. She is super young.
It's like we're all heading back to 25 anyways, so, I just wished her happy 25.
And if you missed her live stream yesterday, her oracle report, she did a pretty oh man, my words. Okay.
Oracle
in depth.
In depth?
Thank you, angels. In depth report of the planetary alignment, this and that, and Leo and Virgo, and I just start spinning when she goes on about it. But do know that we are seriously upgrading. Our DNAs are seriously going through it. So is our physical vessel. So she did share Hopi's new beautiful pyramid series, and we are happy to share it again because it is so galactic. But let's take a moment to tap in, tune in, center, ground, breathe. We are gathering today. Every day is grander and grander. Every day is rockier and rockier. We go through ups and downs, and we are super grateful when we're on the up, and we're like, whee, everyone happy. So we stay in the present moment.
Shout out to Candace, Marcel, Jason. We got David, Jen Gibson, Jordan. We love you. Good morning on YouTube, Facebook, Telegram. We got James U, Jordan on the Telegram as well. Starseed, Al Cooper, Wake Up World Please, Betsy Skay, Liam, and Michael. Love you all. Belinda, shout out to Belinda. Mike Fortune, I think I said that one.
I'm just going to share on Telegram our YouTube, so...
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Should we just get it started right with the video for Mom?
Of course, let's do that. Okay, this is Mom from 2013, Humanity's Destiny, Part 3. Take it away, Mama God.
And quoted from Jose Sanchez. You are coming home. You are home. Yes, humanity is being awakened by the light of the Creator, and you are all sensing the impending change now upon you. Change is absolute and very necessary in the flowing process of existence. It is the moving force behind every step taken for the evolution of the all. It is through this change now, your star family is being given permission to join you in your evolution by becoming more active and more present in your skies and in your approximate reality. Got a little help there? Thanks. First, many of you will be approached by and are being approached by them in your dream state. Many more will start being allowed to see them in the skies, as no longer will they be needing to move in a dimensional form, and you will see them with your naked eye. Many of your scientists are now seeing their presence near your sun and around your atmosphere. Many of them have good intentions and are hoping for disclosure. Star Family is here to help accelerate your growing process, not to overtake it or do it for you, but to encourage you by making the masses aware that you are not alone, and eventually helping you understand fully how to live as one with the Creator. The peaceful revolution, the peaceful way of life is here, embracing you all. And through this, every moment that passes by your new reality unfolds as your perception changes into one of unity. Your star family is filled with a sense of celebration and joy as they witness the acceleration that has taken place in your growth, and more is coming, especially in this month of October. Many celestial events are taking place to welcome and to ready the energy to be accepting of the great infusion of light approaching your earth. Now, this process has to be a gradual one in order to be successful, as your bodies have to be able to withstand the great shift. It is that very reason why energy is increasing in frequency in increments. Energy moves instantly, but in this case, it is needed to flow in conjunction and according to divine timing. Many of you have heard and are aware of the Rainbow Bridge. And believe when I say this, it is now fully functional, and it has allowed and makes possible the grand entrance of the Christed chariot, the grand carrier of light templates. The many light codes you are soon to receive will completely manifest and awaken your DNA. And it is this occurrence that will make you more aware of your many guides and angelic helpers and light beings. You will soon have a celebration that will roar to every corner of existence, and you are all the guests of honor. End of quote. We are seeing the signs everywhere of the changes happening, and it's only going to intensify from this moment on. Love is on the move in a big way across this planet, as we see more positive signs of humanity rising, as the intense energies continue showing up. The moment for humanity to rise is here. The moment for unity is here. We are ready. Yeehaw! Decreed by heaven. A magical celestial gift what arrives to the full moon and eclipse. All the grids are fully activated. The Garden of Eden is now installing. Fully present is awakening, granted God. Code 1, equal all. A new day is dawning for humanity, and love is the awakening. Always granted for a new starseed nation. With us showing up to give them their buttons, I told you so, t-shirts too. Also, they get the hat and the boots and the whole gaudy vest, also equal. This is big. It's all happening. Unity and full planetary awakening. This is the divine plan manifesting now on planet Earth, Eagle Heart. Remember, loves, we are not in a time linear schedule. We are in a divine one. Thank you for spreading these messages to others and keeping your hearts open and staying tuned in. Just be present and follow the synchronistic events. And transmission in all love is unconditionally. We are so in love with humanity. Love the Galactic Free Press staff, humanity's Earth allies, the company of heaven, and the First Contact Ground Crew team. We are at your service, and we love you.
She is a noodle.
Love how she was wearing red today too.
She was talking about codes. Light template. Interesting. So for all of you doubters out there, do not fret, for you will be getting your upgrades, and you are already getting your upgrades. Please be patient with yourself. You know, we don't need to know. We don't know shit. And that's okay. We're overwhelmed. That's okay too. But, you know, stick to the discipline. Stick to what Mom has already gifted us as resources, tools, mantras. Like, I command my atoms into right action. I command my right brain to take over my left brain. I cut cords with everything and everyone and reconnect them with everything that is whole, pure, and true. Cannot tell you how those 3 phrases have gotten me through very rough patches. And crying helps a lot. I was really overwhelmed this morning because it's been rough for the team and individually. I went through a whole nother layer of grief over the weekend and basically cried all of Saturday. I was spent, like I was done. And then Sunday was a little bit better, still residue and residuals, as we always have. And today I was just super grateful, and listening to Mom's morning gratitude prayer just brought up so much more of that depth of knowing that it's coming, that it's here. We're experiencing it. When we have so much of our chakras online, we feel much more. We don't always know what we're feeling, but we do feel. And that's important. It's like getting to exercise those muscles we haven't exercised in like thousands of years. It's like, okay, this feels familiar, but I'm not quite sure what I'm feeling. Then you can ask your angels, ask Mom, what is this? What am I feeling? Write it down. What am I feeling? Ask the question, and then just automatic write. You'll find the pencil or the pen will start writing. And anything that comes through, trust that. Don't second guess that you're making it up. Your higher self is integrating with your physical vessel. These are the light templates coming online. We got to practice. You'll know that it takes practice to get the perfect swing at golf, or to get the perfect home run in baseball, the perfect goal for soccer. Likewise here. This is a physical ascension. It means this physical body has intelligence. The mind has been in the way for so long, we got disconnected. We got disconnected with the heart, with the solar plexus. Every single chakra has been disconnected. They led you to the wrong chakra. They're saying, trust your gut instinct. The gut. The gut is where the ego sits. It's not the gut instinct you trust. It's the heart intuition you trust. And how Mom downloads information from the etheric as it comes through the crown chakra. It's just this cloud of amazingness. It comes through. She feels it in her heart. And then from the heart understands already. There are no words in the heart. It comes back through to be interpreted in a more divine, pure way through the mind, to then express itself in language. And that is why it is important to be expressing yourselves, because we do not have the language for what we are feeling in these moments. We are in 4D. If there was anything that you could describe where we are now, Mom says it's the transitionary rainbow bridge. We are on the bridge. It's a bit wobbly. Sometimes it swings. The wind's very, strong. But you just don't hold on. Just trust your balance. Trust your equilibrium. Trust the beings around you. Trust what you are hearing, because the frequency we're emanating is vibrating at that level where your soul recognizes. It matches. But then when you come off live stream, it drops down, because the consciousness around you, the unconsciousness around you brings it down. And that's why it's important to have the tools in your physical locality, because you will be practicing keeping that higher vibration by yourself. But the thoughts get in the way. It goes boom, 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 boom. Bombardment from your neighbors, unconsciousness, from the TV, from your phone, from the radio. That's why it's important to listen to the radio from our website, because every single song has been endorsed by Mom on the 5dfulldisclosure.org radio station. You are going to receive codes from the music that will sound very different from how you listened to that music a month ago. These vibrations are increasing. Your vessel is integrating. It is wanting to match it, but your ego is getting in the way. It's like, boom, no, that bit, and then you suddenly have thoughts. I went into a thought today. I went into a thought of a really good friend passing away after Neil passed away, and it went down that rabbit hole, and I'm like feeling it. I'm observing it. Say, okay, go that way, and then like it ends up like, and then what? It's like, am I supposed to process this? Because, I'm feeling into my friend, and I'm sending her love, because now she's in a situation where her expectations of how life was going to be isn't anymore. She has a son, and we were very close as a family, and both of us experienced grief in that moment. And so then you're going on a tangent, but just send them love. Love you, cut cords, thank you very much. Boom, present moment of now. That is the process.
Yeah, when you can reach that level of divine non-attachment, it does bring on the clarity. It does decrease the amount of time you have to be in your shit, because you are beginning to recognize the patterns where it pulls on your heartstrings, or the dysfunction, and it's like it knows you have a sore there or a wound, so it wants to go there. It wants to continue down the pain and suffering. And that's why when we say stand up, take your power back, it's not allowing the program to bring us down into these lower vibrations. The lower vibrations is where we then become the food source for these old controllers. So we starve them by being happy. We starve them by transforming, by going through our shit, not attaching to these lower negative emotions, right? They're not who we truly are. Who we truly are is love. So to get through the dysfunction, to allow the breakdown, but then to transform it, to quickly flip it, to quickly say, hey, I don't need to be here for an hour, 2 hours, all day, all week. No, I'm recognizing these patterns that are coming through again, but I'm not attaching. In fact, I'm letting them go right away. I'm cutting cords right away. I'm trying to do everything. I'm not even trying. I'm immediately commanding my atoms into right action. What's next, angels? What can I do now that's just going to keep me on my path? And they'll show you things. The question is are you going to act on it? Are you going to integrate that information you're getting so that it's literally a timeline they're showing you so that you can get on it? Now, for some of you, the lesson will be to act on it right away. For others of you will be to integrate what's coming so that you will see the organic place in the timeline for it to come forward. And so this is how you then now begin to sharpen the communication between you and your angels. This is how God is working not only through you, but through everyone around you. And so when Jeri's saying you have to begin to trust again, it's such a important facet of what we are doing, because everything that has been instilled in us with the programming has taught us to not trust, has taught us to be disconnected to God, to be disconnected to our higher selves, to our angelic guidance. And so as you fight back, as you begin to stand in the front of this spiritual war, you're talking to your angels, you're connecting with God, you're anchoring in that Christ consciousness, and then bring it into creation with your hands, with your movement. How can you then affect those around you in this positive light? Because now you are that beacon of light. You're not alone. You're recognizing through the connection of 5D full disclosure, heaven on earth, that all of us are connected. Team. No one is separate in any of this. And in fact, your biggest lesson is to take that quantum leap in your life. You are the event. You are who you've been waiting for. Nothing external is going to bring the med beds quicker. Nothing outside of you is going to bring them from the skies to the planet to land their ships until you begin to do the inner work. Until you finally stop externalizing everything and recognize that everything that's happening outside of you is because of what's in here. And we have to now then, as a group, as a team, raise our vibrations so that, yes, we can meet the ships. We can then have mom come back down. We can then begin these higher levels of integration through our galactic beings. All our galactic family out there who's just waiting for us to get to that point where we can meet them halfway. So it's beautiful to begin to see people's expression, begin to see what they have to offer and how their different skill sets are adding to the mission. Yes, we are calling upon all carpenters, all construction workers, all painters, all the artists, all the teachers, everyone out there who has a matching vibrational state for heaven on earth and who's ready to put in the work. You know, those out there who are investors, who have the monetary resources to begin investing in properties like this so that we can begin to gather. All of us play a role. No one is more important than the other, whether you're the trash man who takes out the trash or you're the lawyer who knows is doing what. Because you know what? The lawyers, the doctors, they were taught by the system to enforce the system. So if you were really good at regurgitating, at memorizing information, at following the rule books, following the law books, following the medical books, not questioning anything, just being told what to do, then you got a degree. Shoot. 8 years of that and you're really brainwashed.
Congratulations. You are officially a robot.
Right?
And we can dissolve that robot.
And I just say that because I come from a family, is well educated. There's lawyers, there's doctors, but what are they really doing, right? They're enforcing and supporting a dying system.
Well, they've made science God, and science is so fucked right now. And I have a video about that. I don't even know if we showed it, but anyway, it's super funny. Mm-hmm. I can play it later. Yeah, so many things I was getting pinged to share when Buddha was speaking, all lost in the ether now. But I have got here the vibrational scale. I wanted to share with everyone, and on Telegram we will post it again today. So we have here at the very bottom of vibrational scale, the scale goes from 20, well, basically 0 to 700. 700 being enlightenment, which is in the 5D spectrum. But we start with shame and we move up to guilt, hopelessness, and then grief. So of course, 2 days ago I was at that level 75 on grief. However, when you are oscillating between these frequencies, do know that it serves a purpose, that when grief comes up or fear, you're there to put awareness within that feeling. And that's a different frequency because now you're aware, because you've got acceptance and understanding, which is at 400, 350 and 400. And neutrality, it becomes neutralized. You're no longer attached, you're no longer taking it personally. So then we move from fear to anger. Sometimes we're angry, that's okay, look at that. That is passion in the lower. And then 175 is pride. It's when you don't want to admit you're wrong. It's when the ego wants to have that last word. That is where you sit when you are confronted with the truth and you don't want to own it. You are responsible for your feelings. You take accountability. Once you've recognized that there is pride there, you can then move up to 200, which is The transitionary bridge, they call it 4D. So we have courage at 200. You're brave enough to look at it, Jonas.
Yeah, I was just going to say that the highest vibrational state the ego program mind can vibrate at is pride, is arrogance.
Yeah, so that's the 3D matrix, which is basically AI, part of our wiring that we are dissolving so we can fully come online.
And I was just going to say that now as Mom is showering the planet with Christ consciousness energy, the ego is trying to rise up, but it's hitting a ceiling. It's hitting a ceiling of pride. Because now what's happening is those who are soulless are showing themselves. You can begin to truly decipher those who are in their heart versus those who don't have a soul and are trying to mimic divinity. But now you can then see where do you need to focus your attention, your time. And we have to go so deep into it that even our own family members may be soulless beings. This has been part of the hijack from the cabal to try to steer us away and keep us distracted from the highest timeline, not using our discernment, so that we get stuck in the savior programming, the poor me, well, no, I am such a giver, I'm just going to keep giving because that's who I am. In so much that you become the black hole that you were trying to save. Because black holes aren't meant to be saved. They're just suckers and takers of energy. And your role is not to save them. Your role is to save yourself so that you can shine your light past the pride into a state of illumination that is the example for your brothers and sisters. And those soulless beings, divine non-attachment, whether they're your direct family members, a distant friend, a distant relative, if they are constantly spewing negative energy at you, if they are not waking up to the light,
If they're taking energy from you,
fuck it. It's okay. Let them go. You do not need those people in your life, and there's a darn good reason why they continue to try to take and attack you for your energy. They want you to not figure it out. Figure it out.
there's no figuring out. There's just being and feeling in your heart.
That's what I mean.
And also,
Feel it out.
there have been soulless beings who have come to mission who wanted to serve love. So Mom was rewriting the divine plan to say, well, how do we do this? How do they get to come to heaven when they can't? Because they don't have a soul, they can't feel past pride or arrogance. Because they are not part of creation, and therefore they don't grow, they don't expand. And that's the crux, is like, okay, they want to serve love, let them serve love. Mom has many surprises. It may be that they get to come home to heaven. It may be that they don't pass on. It may be that they dissolve their density, but not until they reach above 200, which is courage. Then we move into neutrality, acceptance, understanding. Then we reach the spectrum of 5D, which is love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. Above 500.
Hey, if Pinocchio can turn into a boy, you soulless beings have a chance.
Absolutely. And so in relation to that, I wanted to play this TikTok, which is pretty awesome, so that it gives everyone encouragement about what's actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that only 15% of humanity is in a higher level of consciousness, and these 15% are pulling up the rest of humanity? This is from the book Truth versus Falsehood by Dr. David Hawkins. As a collective, we're currently in the vibration of courage. So if we look at the map of consciousness, we're currently at the vibration of 207, which is right above the vibration of courage. And humanity as a whole got to this level in the early 2000s. So what happens when we reach the vibration of courage? Well, eventually all of the darkness gets revealed, because we are now in the level of power, or the level of truth. Because truth starts at 4D. So for a visualization, 15% of the world is at courage or above, and 85% is at pride or below. So what that should show you is how powerful higher levels of consciousness really are. It only takes 15% of us to be up here. This is why your vibration is extremely important. Because you can affect the consciousness of mankind directly, not only by your actions, by your state of being.
Whee!
Yeah, man.
Get it? Like you are grander than your ego can fathom, okay? The ego doesn't want you to know how grand you are, yet you are.
Yeah, your physical vessel is a sophisticated machine, okay? It can vibrate at such a high state that the 5G, the Wi-Fi, all of that stuff, the GMOs can't mess with you because you recognize the God self within. So that's extremely powerful to know that everything you do, everything you say matters. How you feel matters. And that you have a responsibility to find your joy. Period.
Yep. And so yesterday we hopped on the live stream of Jeri-Lee's, and we were observing what was going on with her little like worker community. And there were so many beings tuning in from all over the world, like from Iran, from Taiwan, and she was greeting everyone, and she had such a beautiful energy. Love you, Jeri-Lee. And they had good intentions. Then she passed on the forum to her husband, who then started doing incantations. And then it just droned on and on. And I laughed because, yes, it serves a certain vibration. A lot of Sanskrit does hold a higher vibration. Mm-hmm. Like fuck. Fuck holds a very super high vibration. And it just like, once upon a moment, I was chanting before I met Mom. But then it was like quite robotic because we are walking in higher states of consciousness. It means we're organic. It means that we don't know what we're going to do next, what we're going to say. Everything is guided by divine will. And unless you are an ego program robot movement, you're going to surprise yourself. You're going to say things that didn't come from your past. It has come through guidance and through divine trust. And that's the difference. It's like, yes, these satsangs, these chanting gatherings, these amazing global meditations, they're wonderful. But that doesn't mean it's the full truth. Because once also, when Mom was here, they did these global meditations, like run by Gaia.com or Gaia, those beautiful disclosures that they show on Gaia. Well, Gaia has been hijacked by the Cabal, and they siphoned off the energy through these global meditations. Why do you think it's so popular? Meditation is an organic way of being. You could be praying all day. Mom prayed all day. She was prayer. That is what we're walking into. Our higher selves is totally in sync with prayer, gratitude, love, peace, enlightenment.
In all moments. And just to add to what Jeri's saying, we were there present and we're grateful for that gathering. There was a good amount of people showing up. But what was happening is like Jeri's saying, is they got caught up in these chantings in so much that it started to feel like church. And I grew up in the Catholic Church. I can begin to feel like the stagnation that comes about when we're not changing it up. It's almost like they're portraying themselves as these holy beings, right? And just not being real. Just not talking as if they are real beings. They just want to present themselves in such a high light doing these chants that it comes off robotic. It comes off as the program. And of course, for a moment, for a person on their journey, does it serve a purpose? Yes. Okay. Especially those who have so much mind chatter, they can't shut it off. So they have to repeat the chant over and over to clear the space. But that is not the end all. That is not the end game. And in fact, I remember, sharing this in their comments. I'm like, okay, now let's bring the joy. Now let's do something that's fun. And it just went further and further into the chanting. We couldn't even, we couldn't tolerate it much longer. It just became so robotic. You could feel the energies not expanding, but being held and stifled and like just stagnant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting with music because Buddha loves reggae. And for me, I wasn't tuned in. My ear wasn't tuned into reggae because all I could hear was the beat. And so I played one of my playlists, and it was Krishna Das. And I love Krishna Das because he's super cool. He has a lot of following, and these chantings are pretty amazing to a point. And then Buddha got so irritated, it's like, he's just saying the same thing over and over. Can you shut it off? And that's the same thing I feel with reggae. But once I went into the lyrics of the reggae, the lyrics are so beautiful because it's so different in vibration. It talks about source, creator, mother God, love, unity, consciousness. And each song has a divine code. But unless you're tuning in, unless you're fully present, you're going to miss it. And that's the difference. Is like, we have what we call body light-ups. And for those of you who are new, body light-ups is like our inner compass. Once your feeling centers are online, you're going to know the truth. I can scroll through an article in 5 seconds. It doesn't matter the words. It's what I feel with the article. And it's interesting because once upon a time I did practice speed reading by Kevin Trudeau, and it teaches you how to extract just 2 words, the verb and the subject of a sentence, to the point where he gets you to practice like reading backwards to get the essence of the page. And for some reason, it seems like that's where I'm at with reading articles, because we get a lot of articles. It's like, what's the information? What do I need? I can get the essence in like, I don't know, less time than I did before. So that's where you can't be spending moments looking at information, finding out which way is that, which way is this, when are the galactics going to disclose, when are they going to show up. It's relevant if it serves your soul growth. If that article has not served your soul, do not spend long in it. It's like a 15-minute YouTube video. Really? Cry on channeling. Really? Like, just give me the summary. I am not spending 15 minutes on that where I could be drawing a mandala or a flower of life to create something that is channeled by mom. That is where you're choosing what you're focusing on in these moments, because it's very important to be vibrating at that level of love, 500 and above. So yes, go and do your X22 report if you have to. If you haven't tuned into X22 report in a moment, go and see what the cabal are doing. Go and see what the actors are doing. Go and see whether all of the tunnels have been blown up, closed, and go and see if the QFS is actually online. But then there's hackers hacking it. Go and see what the stock markets are doing. But don't sit in it. Don't spend half your day in it. If you are not creating every day something new, expressing yourself, newness about your way of expressing, forgiving someone, writing a ceremony, doing a cold shower, making a beautiful meal, praying over your tobacco, there is something not quite right with your rhythm. Book a session. Buy one of these pyramids. Sign up for a workshop.
Get a painting.
Buy a divine oracle deck so that you can see what mom wants you to practice today. Da-da-da-dun. Command atoms into right action. What are we saying?
We are saying that we are instant manifestors. Our thoughts create our reality. Our intentions create our reality. Any moment you perceive your thoughts, words, actions going out of alignment, command your atoms into right action and feel all pull back into alignment.
Okay, so that's beautiful, right? Did you hear? You're an instant manifester. You're like, yeah, right. Like, I wanted to manifest that house, that car, and it didn't work. So what are you saying? Well, you know what? That's your ego saying this is what you want. The angels, mom, grander, divine source wants you to experience something else. She doesn't want you to have your mansion in your house. Why? Because now your ego's like all lathered up. Lathered up. And it's good, but then you go into this state of, it's like you hit a plateau. Where do you grow from your beautiful house? Why would you want to win that lottery? What is that money for? What is that resource for? For the greater good or for your fucking ego? You are divine being, an instant manifester, and you can let go of your expectations of what you're going to manifest. Just intend, bring it on, angels, bring it on, angels, bring it on, angels. I attract in my life all abundance as per the divine plan.
Yeah, God wants to give you everything. But you can't take the dysfunction of your ego program mind with you. So in other words, if it's all about you and me, what did I do to earn this? And I need more validation and, it's all me. It's not going to work. It's not going to function in the 5D heaven on earth. Mom can't give you everything if you think everything is yours, you see? If you need to bring and you have attachment to whatever it is, whether it's clothing, your car, your new whatever, because you earned it. No. You have earned the right to let it go. You have earned the right to practice divine non-attachment. You don't need 20 pairs of shoes. You don't need all this junk, all the closet space that you're taking up, all the garage space, the rental storage unit you have full of shit you'll never use. It's not making it. Start to let it go now so that you can let the new in. And this was one of our grandest lessons coming to mission, is we gave it all to the mission. Because we knew how important it was to be a part of the grandest mission on the planet. So we gave everything to be here. Mm-hmm. And then as in return, Mom gives it back. She trickles it right back out. But she had to, in many ways, clean that energy. Have it come from a clean source versus all the corruption that has allowed the sucking and taking and pillaging and raping and killing of our beautiful planet. No. We're done with that. And so symbolically, by us surrendering, letting it all go, giving it all back to her, she can then energetically give it all back to us. We're flipping it. And so what that looks like for you can be drastic. It can make you feel uncomfortable if suddenly you're getting the heart pings to make a large donation. You don't know why, but you keep getting the signs and you recognize that chunk of change won't even matter to you if it's gone or not. Because you are in a position to give. You are in a position to donate. And right now, as we are in this transitionary phase, you cannot take it with you. Once we have the replicators, once we have Nasara in full effect, you think all that money in the bank's going to serve you? No.
They'll take it. It'll be in a credit system.
Now is the time to push the energy in the direction of love, the crystal schools, the light centers. Whether it's with us or creating another group yourself, it doesn't matter, but do something with it. Do not let that energy sit stagnant no more. Support the divine plan of Mother God. Subscribe to our daily disclosure. Sure, get yourself some pyramids, but most importantly, get yourself an etheric surgery. This is the beginning. This is where you get the clarity. This is where you can clear your chakra system, where you can reach balance harmonics again, so that then you can level up. You can then now express that to others. Be the role model. Show them by your example, because you're doing it.
Yep. We have a beautiful being, Megan, who has recently joined our co-creation chat. Wake Up World. Love you, Megan. She loves children. She's saying, like, help me, because I wanna give, I wanna contribute, but I don't have a lot of skills. According to her. Like, I'm sure she has a lot of skills. But she's like, I wanna start, like, teaching children, like gathering them. Okay, there are laws and legislations according to each state. But she looked it up. She researched it, and, you know, you can have a group of children in your home without having to enter it into the education system. That is the start of a crystal school. It doesn't have to be the grandness straight away. We are building blocks. We are the building blocks. When Megan makes a commitment to come away from the box of the structures of the government, of the system, and says, this is what I stand for. I stand for love. I stand for the love of the children, for the 5D new paradigm in educating, guiding, these amazing curriculums ready to be implemented into a physical home. When she starts paving that path, more of that consciousness of all those parents who have been umming and ahhing, who have been like scared to start, to take the leap, to commit, she is paving way for their consciousness to open up to that possibility. She doesn't know her power. I know she's listening, so she's hearing this. And she will make it happen. Because why? She is passionate. So whatever area you are an expert in or have passion in, start there. Mm-hmm. You're a carpenter, start building these toys that you forever wanted to do but just didn't know why you had that. It wouldn't sell much, you wouldn't make money from it, but it's because you were grand, and it isn't about resources anymore. Resource serves to a certain point. It means you trust that mom will provide you as soon as you give it away. That is the level of commitment to the divine plan that we must all have. That is the level of divine trust that we need to be embodying. Root Chakra Day, divine trust. How much money have you got in the bank? Maybe a couple of thousand, maybe 10,000. Do you know what happened to the Dead Sea? Abundance is about flow. Abundance is about giving. If we are infinite source and we are infinite abundant manifestors, if you leave that money in the bank for a rainy day, it is like that Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is dead because there is no out for the water. Water comes in, it stagnates. It becomes a cesspool. It gathers bacteria. It is not moving. Feng Shui is all about movement, water. It needs to flow. That is energy. Energy does not stay static. Energy moves. It transforms. It comes. Evolution is grandness. We are ever evolving. And that is why we highly encourage you to move your resources. What greater cause is there other than to build new earth? Fine, donate it to Red Cross. See what happens with that money. Donate it to UNICEF. All good. Donate it to a local organization where you know that that money, that contribution will help your local community. Start small. It doesn't have to be big. Well done, you. This is awesome. Mikey said, Jerry, if you don't like reggae, it's because you don't have the bass cranked up enough. Very true. Georgie says, turn your shower in sacred healing meditation showers with all of creation and love. Absolutely. Be grateful. Say a prayer before the shower. It is such a grand feeling having water clear your energy field. I am so grateful for water. Drink a lot of water. To Ascension! Cheers. So, I wanted to show Hopi's pyramid because this is out of this world. Like, when she made the first one, like, I got body light-ups. This is a series. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Floating planets.
And you can't, I don't know if you can see the swirls of the plasma. I mean, the resin. But it is super galactic.
Show the bottom.
Okay. Wow. I mean,
You can see the energy.
we're talking a lot of love here. Pebbles feels it. She's coming. And that is where we're going. Grandness. Oh, this one I want to show. Okay. Telegram, we'll post some photos of the pyramids for you, but like that is a galaxy. Can you see how beautiful and alchemized this pyramid is?
That purple haze too, if you see it.
Yeah, can you see the purple? Yeah, it's like jumping at you.
Twist it, there it goes.
Whoa.
There it is, that purple haze. The camera doesn't do it justice, but
Yeah,
there's
it
this
truly
purple
doesn't.
haze. It's so magical. And we would recommend you guys getting both. You want a plasma generator, and then you want, what would we call these?
Well, they're the transmitters.
The transmitters.
So they receive the frequency. These generate the frequency. So
complementary.
You can build a grid around your home. Yeah, we do highly encourage everyone to visit our website. We post daily articles on there. Very beautiful channelings from different beings. And if you get a download and you get yourself writing automatically without judgment, do share it with us. We will post it on the website. Write a poem.
Mm-hmm.
Write a poem. Write a song. Sing a song. Like, we love hearing from you. This is... Oh, Hazel says, thank you for that analogy of the Dead Sea. And Elle says, nice pyramid. Love the bottoms. Always unique. Love you, Elle. Candace says, love is simple. Thank you, Mom. Love the picture of Mom with a hashtag. Simple smiles and service to love.
Sounds like Mary Beth wants both those pyramids.
Warms my heart. Oh, love you, Mary
Get
Beth.
'em, Mary.
Yeah, so I feel they have posted it on the website.
Not sure if they've been posted just yet, but you can send us a message, and if we can make sure to get them for you or
yeah,
not.
I'm hope he's gonna do a whole series of them because
they will go quick, by the way. So
yeah, I mean we were gonna launch on the 10/10, but obviously she just wants it out there, and we're super grateful for
build the buzz.
For the creativity that's coming through the team right now. Linda says, oh, I love that one. Purple haze for days. Laura says, the pyramids are so pretty. Yeah.
Those 4 will be available on the 1st, or if they want them now, they can.
Okay, so
message us,
Mary
and
Beth.
She's going to keep making more.
Mary Beth wants these two.
Okay.
So message us on the... Yeah, I have your contact details, love. So they will be available from the 1st. But... if anyone wants them now, they will be available to you.
Get them sooner.
And hope you will make more. And want to play a little bit of JP Spears?
Okay,
You ready?
good stretch, yeah.
Okay, stop. Let me see. Just an ad. Let's just keep playing the ad, and then...
We will not play no ad.
I mean, quietly, And when I can skip ad, then we can do it. Yep.
I'm Cletus Hacklesmith. I work at the CDC, and I'm in charge of making stuff up, specifically making up new health mandates. Here at the CDC, we have strict scientific processes for how we determine what guidelines to give the public to keep them safe and controlled. Passport mandates are the latest health campaign we're pushing to control people. In our view, creating 2 classes of citizens keeps everyone safe, because it keeps everyone divided. And that's purely based on the latest science. Some people don't understand how science works, therefore they get mad at us for making contradicting recommendations. What people need to realize is science changes. Good science moves in a zigzag circular pattern that backtracks on itself. In spite of having no actual lab at our facility, wearing a lab coat is one of the most important parts of the job. We find wearing one boosts compliance with our arbitrary yet very precise mandates by 65% because of science. Our most recent analysis to see if masks are currently effective against the virus is almost complete. As you can see, the most up-to-date research shows masks are still necessary. And you can't argue with the science. The CDC, our mission statement is because of science. It's never led us wrong. And we find it increases the trust in our mandates through emotional persuasion because of science. This is the office espresso machine. I visit it a couple times a day to get perked up so I can do my best work. You know, the public safety isn't to be taken lightly. Carl, is the espresso machine broken?
No.
Well, it's not working. I think something's wrong with it.
Is it on?
Yes, it's on.
Are you sure?
Dude, positive. Good. I'm glad it's not broken. Because I need a little energy. Got an important meeting coming up. We'll be deciding if it's safe for children to go to school or not. You know, like the fate of the future rests on this one. Looks like it's not going to be safe for kids to learn until 2024. People have been criticizing us a lot lately for reinstituting mask mandates and lockdowns as they claim they don't work. They say it's insanity to do the same thing over and over again while expecting a different result. But we don't look at it as insanity at all. We look at it as persistence. Like if LeBron James takes a last-second shot to try to win the game and it doesn't go in, what do you expect him to not take this shot in the next game just because it didn't go in the last game? That would be insane. Accordingly, we're mandating that everyone do everything that didn't work the first time based on the chance that it might work this time. Yeah, before I got this job, I was driving an Uber and selling Molly at festivals. Then I heard the CDC was looking for scientists. And I said, scientists? Feels like who I truly am inside. So I filled out an application, and in spite of having no qualifications and spelling CDC wrong on the job application, I got the job. Right now the Delta variant's going around, and pretty soon there's going to be an even more varied variant than that. Carl, do we know what the next variant's going to be? The leprosy variant's next. Sounds scary. You're going to want to watch out for that one, because of science. Oh, so just this side is sticky. The old paradigm of science had it that you would have to have proof, evidence, and peer review in order to show your methods are valid before implementing them with the public. But we found that old paradigm of science was rooted in systemic racism. All it ever got us was believing in dangerous misinformation, like the earth is flat, women pee out of a third hole, and that humans have an immune system. But in the new paradigm, science is more of an art than a science, as it should be. And that leaves the science to being open and inclusive to all possibilities, not just the ones that exist in objective reality. We've found, coincidentally enough, 100% of true and scientifically valid information causes the public to go into a fear response. And on the other hand, we find any piece of information that could contribute to improving someone's health has zero correlation to truth, and therefore should be avoided, as it's nothing but misinformation. We're about to have an all-hands-on-deck meeting to figure out how we can best educate people on how scared they should be of climate change. Now, doesn't this feel more scientific? The CDC, we like to help people understand that if they follow our contradicting mandates, then eventually we'll give them their freedoms back. If everyone would just get the shot, you can take off the mask and go back to normal. But now that many have gotten the shot, it's clear it's just not enough. So you'll need to keep wearing the mask before things can go back to normal. And get the boosters. And by the way, things are never going to go back to normal. This is the new normal. And now you also got to show your papers, which the Nazis proved was effective science. At the CDC, we're proud to bring the same drive for innovation and helpfulness that you get at the DMV into recommendations for how you should live your life. I want to thank the spot.
Okay, thanks, JP. He's got his Blu-rays, whatever, funds beautiful campaign. Oh man, yeah.
Nothing like a little humor to lighten it up, because it is serious out there, y'all.
Yeah, and just to answer KP, how much for the pyramids? To be confirmed. We shall have it up on the website shortly. Anything else, Buddha?
No, I feel we good.
We love you all. Thank you for all your support, your love, your connections, and for participating.
Yeah, we're grateful for your consistency and your leveling up. And we welcome all support, all donations, everything you can do right now in these moments to gather and to help support this cause. We're just indebted and eternally grateful, because that's the way we roll. We love our mama, and we are on mission for God. Whatever it takes, we are here. We love you all.
So tonight,
do your best, like the rest.
Oh yeah, you're jamming.
Like the rest will follow.
Tonight we have the Media and Communications Council on Zoom, and we have George back for Roadside Nuggets later today. And we are moving Conversations with Mother Mary on the Divine Feminine chat on Telegram to today, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just feel like we need to catch more of the working crew. We moved it from Sunday to Monday. So if you would like to tune in to Mother Mary's beautiful insights, join us tonight at 9 p.m. on the Divine Feminine Awakening Telegram channel. For now, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Love has won and joy reigns. Na 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 na.
Joy!
Na 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 na.
Joy reigns.
Hey, hey, hey. Love has won. We love you, humanity. Stop a messin', count your blessings, and book those mother loving sessions. Pew pew.
See you.